Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our Megabase filled with a ton of robots flying around now in this entry level to Megabase series. So at the end of last episode we had just gotten our new mining operations up and running, getting a ton of robots starting to move around. So now we need to put down some power. I kind of want to make this into a power cell, so let's take our little blueprints. Should line up very nicely, and let's get that set down. There we are. That just means that the robots need to deliver it. We should have most of it in storage. Kind of have to keep an eye on our substations. No, we don't. We have more than enough stored up. Maybe also a bit too many, but that is completely fine. We'll do one row of each to make sure that when we do huge expansions, we will still have everything we need. So there goes the solar panels, accumulators, and everything else. And that is looking quite good. And not a moment too soon. How much power it's going to produce? Probably less than I want. So it's gonna be fun to see how many I need to put down to get all of this running. Might have to set up solar panels down here as well, since we do have enough green circuits coming in from our huge build for now. So solar panels up and running might not be a bad idea. What if we just do solar panels here for now? Don't think we can use productivity since it's intermediate products, but at least then we'll start to build up a bit of a surplus. The same with accumulators, though we need batteries for that to work. So yeah, we'll just wait with those for now. The solar will just kind of save our coal in the day, and in the night we can start to use the steam. So look at the big... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Our first setup. Let's just watch it being built from there. Always love that. And now we are starting to generate power. As you can see, it's only a small amount, but it's slowly building up to... I think it might be something like 6 kilowatts, so it's actually not that much it's going to produce. But we are going to build millions upon millions of them. And hopefully they will give us some in the future. Oh, but that looks so nice. Love watching these guys work. There we go. And at some point we'll probably have to do a bit of circuitry on the steam engines. So they only run when our accumulators are quite low on power, but that is not really an issue right now. So that's one full solar field done. And then we can pretty much just expand it out as we want. Maybe filling out this... Oh, look at that, guys. Even more iron. Sorry, I got distracted, but that means we can just make a huge field down here and pretty much just grab everything we want for the main base. One thing I probably need to go do soon is go grab a lot more iron, because these are most definitely, robots, since they can't really keep up with the demand we have for steel and what's not. But things are working very nicely. We'll give all this productivity in the future. But yeah, let's just save a bit before we do that. So let's go up to our old base or our starter base and pick up a lot more robots to throw into our system. Hopefully our power can handle it. Because if they can't, then we'll be in serious trouble. What are you missing here? Is the batteries? Yeah, it might just be all the batteries that are gone because this one has completely stopped. Why is iron not flowing anymore? Is everything just being consumed for something else? Or did I just not set it up to pull evenly? Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. But then again, our iron can't handle it whatsoever anyway. Everything's just being channeled into here for now. So it was a good time we started our little area, because this is most definitely not holding up anymore. Construction robots are fine. Let's get a few more of you. And you are still working, that is also fine. So we'll probably have to go and grab some oil and get some oil setups done as well. That is kind of what I need to do, but I kind of want to buffer things before we do it. Just to have things built. So here's some more robots for you, just to get things moving again. There they go, all the way down towards our little coal plantation. Power is slowly going down again, since we've buffered all of our things. And this is just all being consumed. Might also take quite a while for all the robots to fly back and forth, so that's also one of the limiting factors. But we are producing 6k a minute. And we're starting to consume that much. We just need the robots to get a good rhythm going. But consuming this much is actually not enough to keep the base going. So that's something we'll have to look at. But mostly that's just because we are missing a lot of robots. Bringing it back and forth. Let's just check. Is a lot charging here and there? They are right here. So we might just want to expand out our little robot area here, so to have a few more charging places here, and this is fine. They go across some, but when they have to go like over things in other ways, that's when it starts to be a problem. Let's just move you over here instead. Please get one out here as well, and just get our robots to get things going. But yeah, a lot is being picked up. Everything they are making, they're trying to pick up, or at least a lot of it. And then we just need to put down a few more miners, or start to make miners here. Because steel is what we are lacking. Making chests are getting put into all of these. This is being made as well. So yeah, things are building up very, very nicely. This one is almost done, which takes a ton of steel. But yeah, let's just give it some time to fill up. While we're looking at that, we could also start to expand out to this oil patch right here. I think that might be somewhat good to do. Just to make sure we have all the oil we need in the world. And our power is... Actually, I want to see how our... What's it called? Solar is doing. So 8.3 megawatts. It's what it can output per grid cell. So we need quite a lot to topple this one. So if we give like 20, we'll go quite close, but that also requires a ton of roboports. Might want to get a bit of charging out right here. Just to get things not moving back and forth here. And then let's move down to this area. So let's see here. Oil is directly out this way. So we could just do a beeline for it. Pretty much just going out this way. That's completely fine. We want to expand out as well. And it's fine just doing this. What's the worst that can happen? We are making enough resources to supply a lot of this. So it shouldn't be too bad. Here's the oil patch. We'll kind of have to grab it. And I'll show a little neat trick as soon as the robots are here. I've built all of this for grabbing all of this, even what's under some of our grid. But we'll just get him to get this done first. Probably also need to get some light set up, so when we look from there at the peak of night, it looks a bit better in terms of lights. So you can just keep working, little robots. We are consuming everything we can. Getting things up and running. But that is completely fine. Don't mind that at all. So let's see here. Almost all of these are working now. Producing a lot of steel. We have actually started to buffer a bit of copper in these. Not copper, sorry. Iron in these, so that is actually perfect. And are they consuming everything down here? They are not, so there's no need to put down any more miners yet, since they can't empty out what we have. But as soon as they can do that, we will most definitely have to. Getting more robots might be the way forward. But yeah, we can actually stop this part. You don't need to gather steel from here anymore. This is fine. You can actually stop this part as well. Just letting it build back up. And how's this looking in terms of storage? It's looking fine. And have this filled up now? Nope. So we'll just let it do its thing. So let's see. Oil is our next thing to go for, so we should probably start to make some oil wells. Or oil pumps even. Because plastic is not keeping up, because coal is not keeping up, because coal is being used to pretty much supply these with all the power we need. Oh, we need to set up a coal patch before we go into serious trouble in terms of power. So let's grab some miners, go down and tap the next oil, not oil, next copper patch, still not copper, the next coal patch even. And then make sure that we don't run out of power, because that would be a bad time. Because we're not even getting enough for these anymore. Look at that. That is very, very bad. That means the miners are running slow and slower. So we might have to disconnect this little part until we fix our coal situation. Yeah, we'll have to disconnect our Megabase, so it'll only run on the solar panel. And that is why, guys, always have your power sorted before we do this. I kind of thought I had, but I see now that is not correct. So now this only runs on our solar. That's pretty much gonna drain all of these quite quickly. but that is what needed to happen to get coal producing over here again. So let's set up the second coal patch we have with steam engines. Because look at this, it's only running at half the miners. Then we probably need to set up some buffering for our steam engines as well. Let's just fill out the rest of these. Maybe run a second line back. If this backs up at some point. Doesn't look like it does yet, but you never know. So let's see here. We have a coal patch right here. So let's just hook that one up while we're here. And then we can run 2 lines back to make sure that our power doesn't go haywire again. And let's just do that and that. And do one more over here. Should be fine. And do one more at the bottom. I think that should hook up everything very nicely. You can get disconnect set. Same with you. And of course, of all the things I don't have on me, medium power poles is one of them. So let's just hook up a little balancer. We can probably go with just one being enough. There we are. And there we go. And then we'll take this one up to the old no, just copy it, please. Right up to here. And go into our little balancer. Not that it looks like it's that needed right now, but yeah, then at least we have it. So let's take a second line right here, going up to this part. And voila. Can we get you to be placed here and there instead? And let's take all of you to right there. And let's go get ourselves some medium power poles so we can get the rest of this sorted out. Not enough logistics space. That's fine. So here are some medium power poles. 500 is a bit too many. Pretty much just limit you to that. You have made more than enough for me at the moment. Coal has started to flow through again, meaning that we're starting to make all the things, meaning robots as well. And I was looking for, yeah, medium power poles, and let's grab some more miners. Can never have too many, and a bit of belts. There we are. And let's go back. In terms of power, we are not using any power at the moment, since our entire Megabase structure has been deactivated. But that is exactly what I want right now. Here we are. Please go up this way. Into this one might not be the best solution, but we can just split it off like this. Saying up priority here, do the same with that one. And any excess can just go this way. Into this one. And any excess can continue up this way if anything is gonna go that way. Then at least we have one full belt, hopefully going into our base. Or an input priority from the left as well. That should make sure that we have all of this going this way, unless this needs some. Yeah. This looks very fine. At least that should make sure a lot more coals goes into our base. Good. Let's try and activate our base again. And see if we still go into troubles with our power. Might want to spend a lot of the first resources we get making solar panels. I think that could be a quite useful endeavor. There we are. So our power is going to spike a lot. That is mostly... Oh, that's going to affect the miners quite a bit. Am I right? Of course I am. I know what's going on. So how do we make sure that we don't just completely consume everything the minute we hook it on or hook it up? We could do a dedicated one for this one, because right now all of these is trying to charge all of the robots that are stuck around the base. And that is actually quite bad, because that's going to make sure that these goes way slow in just a little bit. Look at that, that's going to trickle in, so let's just deactivate this until we find a good solution. Could do a separate network for power here. Pretty much just getting one of them to power this and the other one to power the top. That might actually not be a bad idea. Let's try that. Go away. Please just go this way with me. And see if my plan is gonna work. Because we need it to charge slowly, while still keeping the first base alive. And not taking the power from the miners. That is kind of what we have to do. So let's see here. This one is connected up to all of this. So we need to get this one on a separate network. If we do this, it's on a separate network with 40. That's on a separate network with 80. And that can actually go this way down to the main bus. Or not main bus, with the main factory. And that is not moving at fast. Max speed is fine as long as this one can support the top one and all the miners. And it looks like that is the case. So we have 80 running for that and 40 running for the main thing down here. So that should actually be exactly what I want in terms of getting everything running at a nice steady pace. Would like to add more, but the coal we have here can't support it. We could drag it out here and make a steam or coal steam factory right here. That might actually be what we should do. Do we have miners on us? I thought I picked some up. That might not be the case. That is. So all we need, we have that, we have miners, we have belts. So we just need to go grab some steam engines and another 40. Grab some of you. And then we can set up a nice big steam area down there. Yeah, that is actually not a bad plan. I kind of like that plan. Because solar will take a few episodes before that can completely take over. But that is the goal for solar to do that. So it's always nice to do a bit of critical thinking, so you can think on your feet and find solutions. And I think that might be the best solution in this case, because that will keep everything running and just doing 2 separate power grids, so we don't empty out our miners. Of course, we will hit the same problem down here. We'll maybe just have one to run the miners and the other one to add to the base. Yeah, that could be a good way to do it. Do tell me in the comments what you think about this solution, and if you have a better one, since we can't really divide up the networks any other way. So everything's trying to make things down here. So let's go down to the coal one. Nice big coal patch here that we want to hook up. Of course, remember to take down the power poles with you. We could do it with robots, and that might actually be a good way to do it. So we have our network hooked up the whole way down. I'll just help it a bit, making sure the power is hooked up the entire way down. Is the power on this one? There is, it's lacking a bit. But we just need to kickstart the process or grab a bit of coal and we'll be fine. You're not hooked up now, are you correct? Yeah, you need to put in one right here. Then we're hooked up to the network. You're hooked up all the way down here. And then we are good enough to set it up. So time to set up a little setup here. Could make it inside this area to make sure that it doesn't interfere, but I think that might be a bit wasted. So first things first, let's grab this part to right there. That's what we want to set up down here. Let's just set it up. How about right here for now? That should do wonders. Let's do it like this so it goes the right way. And we should easily be able to get water into this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Robots go. Oh, I probably forgot a ton of burner inserters. That's always something. So we'll just take our train up and get that. Our car up and get that in a minute. Then we can also get a bit more resources, since this was definitely not enough to get all of this filled. It was about half what we needed. Then let's also set up the miners. We have our trusty blueprint. Let's get it to go out this way. It is inside construction range of that, so that means some will come from the base if we are not careful. 5 rows even. Oh, that's impressive. Here and right there. Can we fit in one more out here? Probably could with just a small amount. There we are. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct some of this. Not really need that. There we are. As soon as we hook this up, we should start to produce a bit of coal for our base. There we are. That's gonna give us coal. That means we can start to hook it up down this way with a nice little balancer going 2 ways. Yeah, we can just do it down this way and just snake it around down here where we do the second one. I think that'll be fine in terms of getting power to the base. So please make one right here. Then we can run all 4 down. 1, 2, 3, and take this all the way up top. And you can hook up with another one. Pretty much this one might not be too bad, and the rest can just kind of go in as they want. There we are, and there we are. Why are you not constructing the rest? Because we should. Are you stuck somewhere trying to get back? Or they're trying to get it in right there? They were. So that is running fine. Let's hook it up to this part, just to have it looking good. So here, here, and there. That should add those to the network. Then we just need to get a bit of water in. Same for rise here. The 2 pumps we made, or the 4 we made even. You can go straight to here to here. There we are. Oh, guys, this is looking very, very good. Water flowing in. Can just grab a bit of coal by hand to get things running while I go grab some burner inserters. There we are. And let's grab a bit more, because that's gonna help our base. Look at that, we can almost keep up now. And here's some for you. So now our Megabase is actually starting to store a bit of power again. We just need to hook this up and make sure that it doesn't run out ever again. So let's take a car up top, get some burner mining drills as the last thing, and store up on steam engines. And then I think it will be a very good place to stop. Let's just deactivate you so you don't travel all over the place. So let's go this way. All the way up top. Through this entire grid we made. But that is completely fine. Go, go, go. Oh, this space is starting to get quite big, to be honest. Maybe not in terms of what it's producing, but in terms of size and moving things around. But it was definitely the correct decision to get those two separate in terms of getting power to all the things we need, since this is, it might need a few more, but it is close enough to what I wanted to do. Of course, I remember that we put in burners in this one, so let's not waste those. So let's get those wheels. Oh, we also put in that, and we can grab you, and let's grab some more of you so we can set it up. And then let's grab more burners. What else is our base missing? Pretty much just lamps now and long-handed. Oh, we need to set up long-handed down there at the other inserters. So let's just take the expressway down, set up long-handed, then take our car going all the way down to our power, and then we should be good. We probably could hook both of them up then, since, not do it right now, but we'll hook them up quite soon, since I think we can start to support it. Oh, did I never hook you up? Whoops, that was a silly mistake. Here is the long-handed one. We want to hook you up as well. And that will deliver the long-handed we need for the rest of our steel here. Yeah, we're missing a few that's not working because of that. But other than that, look, we are building up iron. We are still missing steel. Not that bad. Not that shabby, guys. So here's our car. And down we go to the south. Oh, that was not a tree. That was a big rock. So go, go, go. So guys, what do you think about the base? I'm actually enjoying it very much. It did have a few hiccups when I first made it because of mostly power and me having to go quite far to find the iron. But now I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot. This has stopped, that is perfect. So do comment on this if you think the modular setup is working and what you think I can do better. I'm always open for criticism as long as it's constructive in some way. That's always nice to have. So look at this. The power is going very well now, especially in the day. Oh, especially it's giving us 8.3, 8.4 more, but yeah, it's still some. Not gonna set up this. Oh, we could set up the second one of these right down here below. Just have to make sure we have room to get the coal flowing further down south, and I think we have if we do it right there. Not that I really have everything we need for it, but I can at least start to drag down some of the belts. Please go this way. Oh, ran out. So the rest will hook up later. Right now I'm just trying to empty my inventory of the items we have, since I don't want to run around with them too much. So I think this will be a somewhat good place to stop. We hooked up a lot more new power, making sure that our base can keep running. We're starting to have a bit of a robot highway, which is always very nice to have. So next thing, as soon as this is working, we probably have to start hooking up some oil so we can pretty much get all of our robots building, so we can start to expand out with more than 1,000 or 500 of what we have. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you are enjoying this as much as I am. Hopefully you'll then give it a like and subscribe, and then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.